All right, man. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, for allowing me to make this very video, for allowing me to be alive right now. All right. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, for allowing you to find this very video. All right. Yahweh being the true name of the Most High, Bahashim meaning the name of, and Yahweh Shai being the true name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right. And, that is the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, our language, the Lashon Kodash, that we discontinue from. By we, I mean your Negroes and Hispanics. All right, the true biblical Israelites, okay, whether you believe it or not. And basically, this video, I want to go into a video I found in the Clock app, and this is probably like, obviously very, 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 very delicate, but, look at that. But, this is probably like one of the smartest women I goddamn seen on goddamn these social media streets in years, man. Probably really forever in my whole goddamn life. Smartest woman. Now, not that, she's talking about like nothing scriptural, but basically she has some type of common sense. She talks about basically the dating world and all that, how basically the modern society, which we know by modern society, we really mean Esau, Edom, because this is his society, the white man's society, okay? The biblical Edomite. This is their society, this is their kingdom. They the one that write the laws, make the laws, push the frequencies and policies that they push and create. Basically she talks about how modern society has destroyed, the dating pool for men, and how it has made it hard or impossible for men to obtain a woman, which is true, but, I'm just gonna let the video play. How this go. Pull scriptures, things of that nature, so let's get into it, man. All right.
We have made it so difficult for men to get women, and everyone, both sexes, are suffering as a result. The solution to the dating crisis. We have made it so difficult for men to get women, and everyone, both sexes, are suffering as a result. The solution to the dating crisis is actually pretty simple, not easy, and it involves two things. One, women need to be able to see the same men repeatedly, and two, men need to be able to demonstrate some form of competence in front of women. The problem is, we've destroyed a lot of the places where this used to happen naturally, and the rest of the places we've mostly made it socially unacceptable to do. It's why dating apps aren't working out that well for women. They need places where they can warm up to a guy. Otherwise, they'll just swipe through and pick the tallest, richest one and call it a day and wonder why they're miserable in a couple years. And men need to be able to show off something other than just being tall and hot, which is basically all dating apps allow.
And also too, right, I actually forgot to mention that the entitlement of this video is going to be, the solution is simple: mass genocide. I'm gonna put G word so I don't get struck, but the solution is simple: mass G word, mass genocide. Because also I remember I saw another video of a chick basically talking about the same thing, because these are like topics that are talked about on the media apps and all that, the dating pool, the dating world. And you had this one chick, Edomite chick, I'm pretty sure, she was also talking about how the dating market, the dating world is ruined. Like, why there's so many beautiful women, nobody, and men are not talking to them. Why, this, that. How do we fix this? What's the solution? Right? We can't keep going on like this. That's what she was saying. And that's why, the title of this video is going to be The Solution is Simple: Mass Genocide. That's the fucking solution. And essentially, that's what the Most High is going to do. Right? That's what he's going to do. That's what he's going to do. He's going to destroy the shit out of everybody. Right? And then start over with a remnant, man. And whoever's not with the program, they're just going to get wiped off the map too. Now I'm going to go to this scripture that Yahweh Shah himself said, right? Which I really like, pulling this example, because it's fucking true, right? This is Luke 21, all right? And let me see if it's in this chapter, right? Probably Matthew 24, all right? But Yahweh Shah himself, he said basically, as in the days of Noah, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. Now, again, I know that, he gives us the example. Basically, people were fucking, basically lacking, man. Right? Giving in marriage and just engaging in their activities and commodities. Right? Straight up lacking, having no idea that judgment and death is coming, man. Right? But how I like to, focus on that point is basically, in the days of Noah, the Most High, right? What did he say? When you go back to the days of Noah, we're going to go back to it, right? Luke 17:26. And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. Okay? Now, if you understand that, let's go back to the days of Noah. Genesis chapter 6. Right? This is Genesis chapter 6. Get to the point, verse 5. And the Most High, Yahweh, all caps, saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts, your mind, of his heart, was only evil continually. And that's fucking crystal clear Babylon the Great today, man. That is Babylon the Great today. And it repented to Yahweh that he made man on earth. The Most High regretted making man on earth. And it grieved him at his heart. See that? And as we know, and as you read in 1 John, the 5th chapter, around the 17th verse around there, the whole world lieth in wickedness. Okay? And Yahweh said, I will destroy man, whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, will repent of me, that I have made them. Most High regretted it, man. And that's exactly the Most High did. He brought a massive flood of waters, man. But Yahweh Shah come back to bring a flood of fires. You see that? And also, of course, the Most High, part of that covenant he made with Noah was also to not kill all flesh at the same time. But I'm applying this to Babylon the Great because that's what the Most High is going to do. You had that woman talking about what's the solution to this, and we can't keep going on like this. Men and women can't keep being separated like this, even though that was the elite's plan, to put enmity between man and woman so that they would stop procreating. Remember, they want the Earth's population to diminish. They want the Earth population under 500 million. Why? Because they are the wicked, right? Most High said, be fruitful and multiply. No, they want the opposite. They are the wicked. They're created to be the wicked. These fucking Edomites, man. Right? Who said that shit? Bill Gates? Nigga with the glasses? Nerdy motherfucker? Okay? So again, the Most High, he's going to do the same exact thing, man. Yet like Yahweh Shah said, as in the days of Noah, right? As the days of Noah were, so shall it be the second coming of the Son of Man. And how I like, to drive that is, I mean, it's literally the same thing over, man. The Most High doesn't change. He never saves everybody at one point. At the same time, he never does that. He destroys the multitude, takes, and he leaves a remnant, which means a few survivors, and he starts over with them. That's exactly what he did in the day of Noah, right? He's gonna do the same thing here in Babylon the Great America, right? He's gonna do the same shit. If you're not of the elect, by the time those nuclear arrows, those nuclear missiles are shot over here, man, you are going to die. Okay? You're not an Israelite, and then you not just be an Israelite, you have to be of the elect of the nation of Israel, man. You're gonna die here, man. So the Most High is gonna destroy the multitude, man. He's gonna keep his grape, all right? He's gonna keep his grape, his elect, right? Which are the remnant, man, and start over with them, right? And then, of course, because only America. Now we know WW3 Armageddon. You're gonna have all these nations around the world, basically, going to war with one another, right? But essentially, only America and the 48 land, and you know what I'm talking about, are going to be destroyed wholly desolate. By holy, W-H-O-L-L-Y, meaning the entire thing when you go into Hebrew, man. So America and the 48 land, the whole entire land is going to be decimated, destroyed off the face of the earth. Of course, other lands may suffer, or not may, are going to suffer impact, probably collapsed buildings, collapsed floors, right? Because the nations, they're going to be going to war, right? They're going to exchange blows with one another. When Yahweh Shah returns, it's going to be in the middle of World War III, and the nations are going to turn their attention to Yahweh Shai. That's 2nd Ezra 13, man. So again, the other nations, of course, they're going to face impact, but we're talking about an entire decimation, man. Wholly desolate, only America and the 48 land. In America, no one's ever going to live here again. It was so wicked. But the Most High said he's going to destroy America the same way he did Sodom and Gomorrah, man. There was left no survivor, but the Most High left a few survivors, right? Lot and his daughters, man, and it's supposed to be his wife. You see that? And I'm pretty sure people don't live over there today. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they don't. But point being made, America will never be inhabited again. Ain't nothing ever gonna live here but animals, man. Send up their nest. You see that? And then all the nations that haven't been destroyed, and not only, like I said, the 48 land too. But remember, that's our land, so we're gonna rebuild our slaves. The other nations, when we put them in slavery, they're gonna rebuild our land, man. That's Isaiah 60. They're gonna rebuild our walls, the desolate heritage, man. All right. So let's get it. 2nd Ezra 9:22. Let the multitude, everybody else, perish then, okay? Which was born in vain, born for no reason. And let my grape, the elect, be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. See that? So he's going to keep the elect, and the multitude, everybody else is going to perish, man. So I ain't making this up, And now let's go to Zechariah, the 14th chapter, man. All right? First, let's go to Revelation 6. Talking about the nuclear destruction of Babylon the Great. Verse 12, and I beheld when he had opened the 6th seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake. You go to Revelation 16, right? And a couple other prophecies, Isaiah 24. This great earthquake is going to be caused by nuclear missiles, man, nuclear fallout, right? And it's going to be the greatest earthquake since there was a nation on the earth. And the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. You see that? And the stars of heaven, right? The stars of heaven is talking about the nuclear missiles, man. Fell onto the earth, right? They're gonna come down. They're gonna be shot up all the way up to the firmaments, right? All the way up in the skies. They're gonna come down, man. Even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. See that? And that mighty wind is, as I like to call it, the almighty push wind, man. Honestly, when missiles make impact, everything gets pushed back, right? A strong wind, right? Trees get flattened, mountains get flattened. It's about to tell you that, man. You see that? It's about to tell you that. Jeremiah 51 and verse 1. Okay? And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. That's talking about a mushroom cloud. Right? And every mountain, see that, the Caribbeans and all that, and island were moved out of their places, man. See that? And the kings of the earth, with like Esau, Edom, right? But really the other nations as well. And the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and the rocks of the mountains, right? They're going to be hiding, man. Trying to hide from the wrath of Yahushua. And said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us. So these niggas going to be hiding in their bunkers, man. And hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, Yahweh, and from the wrath of the Lamb, which we know is Yahushua. You see? So again, man, these fucking heathen, especially these Edomites, they're going to be in their bunkers, man. They probably got specific bunkers for the elites only. I remember doing a story a while back. You know, you had, you know, Switzerland building bunkers for the civilians. Look, man, anybody who don't get caught in nuclear, first off, that's in Switzerland, man. Everybody in America is going to fucking die. In Switzerland, which is in Europe, you know, anybody who may not, you know, get clapped up, we're going to drag you out, that Amos 9 and shit out of you, man. We're going to drag you out of your bunkers, man. Jeremiah 16. Verse 17, for the great day of his wrath is come. See that? Which is why Revelation 11:18 say, the nations were angry that thy wrath is come. So I don't understand how you read, and it's like you stupid ass niggas, you Christians, man. Okay? And you the only niggas to cuss out because nobody else, you know. You fucking Christians, you different apologists, and you whoever the fuck you think you are. I don't know how you niggas read end time prophecy and then you come up with some bullshit about Gentile salvation. Natural Gentile, at least. Right? That shit don't make no sense. Why are the nation gonna be angry that his wrath has come? Right? For the great day of his wrath has come, and who shall be able to stand? Right, who shall be able to stand, man? Who shall be able to stand? Let's get Nahum. Nahum, the first chapter. In verse 5. The mountains quake at him, and the hills melt. It's about the nuclear destruction. And the earth is burned at his presence. Yeah, the world and all that dwell therein. You see that? The world, man. All that dwell therein. Okay, this is going to be a whole nuclear catastrophe. I forgot you say that shit. Excuse me. Catastrophe. I don't remember. Verse 6. Who can stand before his indignation? See that? His righteous anger. And who can abide in the fierceness of his anger? His fury is poured out like fire, and the rocks are thrown down by him. See that? That's Yahweh Shemiel Shai, man. Okay? So again, who can stand before the indignation of Yahweh Shemiel Shai? And the answer is nobody, man. Especially if you're in America, guess your ass can buy, if not the elect. Jeremiah 10:10. But Yahweh is the true God. He is the living God and the everlasting King. At his wrath, the earth shall tremble, and the nations shall not be able to abide his indignations. The same nations that Yahweh Shemiel Shai is coming back to take vengeance on, man. Persecuting his people, the Negroes and Hispanics. Isaiah 34:2, jump down to the 8th verse. You see that? You know, so unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. But no, the nations, somehow they're going to be saved. So again, you know, America is going to be fucking destroyed, right? And so is the Israel land. You can read Ezekiel 38, starting at the 21st verse to the last verse. All right? And that's the fucking solution. That's the solution to all the world's problem, and that's the solution to the, you know, the how bad the dating world is now, man. Kill everybody off. Let the multitude perish, and let my grape be kept. The Most High is gonna kill everyone, man. As in the days of Noah, it's the same thing. It's a process, right? Did not Paul say all things are written for our learning? The Most High is gonna kill everyone in Babylon the Great, man. Take his grape, the elect, and start over with them. And there's going to be a fresh rulership and a fresh earth. All right, let's go to Zechariah 14, because like I said, if only America, you know, and the 48 land destroyed, you're still going to have nations around the world that survive, right? Zechariah 14. All right, and verse 16, and it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem, the Israelites, right? So everyone that is left, meaning what? Left from the nuclear fallout, the nuclear destruction, man. All the other people of the nations that are left, right, shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, Yahweh of hosts. We're going to force them to worship the Most High. That's why Revelation 5:10 says we're going to be kings and priests. Why? Micah 4 and Isaiah 2. We're going to be teaching the nation the law, statutes, and commandments. And this is not no, hey, hello, Moabite, are you interested in learning about Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the true living God? Or do you want to keep serving your Chemosh? Right? That was the Moabite gods, if I'm not mistaken. They're going to be none of that bullshit. We're not fucking communing with them. Remember, we're going to rule over the nation with a rod of iron, as Yahushua said in Revelation 2. So, nigga, we're going to force them, okay, to worship the Lord. We're not going to be nice to these people. We're going to afflict them, beat them, make their life hard. We're going to rule them with a rod of iron, man. That's fierce, okay? And to keep the Feast of Tabernacles, they're going to keep our high holy days, man. Right? Verse 17, and it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, Yahweh of hosts, even upon them shall be no rain. We're going to punish them. But if you have no rain, you can't grow your food, grow your crops. Remember, we're going back to the old way. Same way it was back then when David was on the throne. Not going to have no goddamn Fine Fair and Walgreens, right? You got to grow shit, man. That's why there's prophecies, right? We're going to plant vineyards, right? Ezekiel 28, Ezekiel 37, Amos 9, right? All over. How the hell are we going to plant vineyards in the kingdom? How the hell are we going to have corn in the kingdom? Right? Zechariah 9, Isaiah 62. How are we going to do all that? Right? How the hell the earth is going to yield her increase as it is written, man? So, again, we're going back to the old way. But then again, we're going to be in abundance, man. The earth you're going to plant a seed. The minute you start walking away, that motherfucker going to burst up 3 fucking miles of grapes, man. Oh, God, these fucking monkey-ass niggas shooting off fireworks, man. This is July 2nd. Look, man, a lot of our people are on idolatry, man. All right? This shit is crazy. About to hear some bullshit go off. It's not even fucking July 4th yet, man. But nonetheless, let's keep going. So we're going to punish them, man. You ain't gonna get no rain. So this is force, right? This is force. That's like saying, look, if you don't do this, I'm going to take away this. Now I'm going to be able to eat. This is force. And if the family of Egypt go not up and come not, that have no rain, there shall be the plague. The Most High gonna hit these niggas with fucking plagues, man. Disease. This proved they're not a part of the new covenant. The scriptures say our body's gonna be changed. We're never gonna be sick again. We're gonna be immortals. We're gonna be perfect like Yahushua. That's 1 John 3 and 2. We're gonna be perfect like Yahushua. We shall be like him. Can Yahushua get a plague? You see that? Yahushua's body's perfected. So, how the hell the heathen gonna be hit with a plague? Because they're not a part of the new covenant, man. They're not gonna have new bodies. Wow, just discovered that. Whereof Yahweh will smite the heathen, the other nations that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. See that? They're gonna keep our holy days, man. Most likely except for Passover, because they can't eat the Passover, right? It's Exodus 12. All right? So again, we're gonna force them to keep the law, statutes, commandments. But the point why I went there, those that are left of all the nations, man. That's what it said. Those that are left of all the nations. So not everybody's gonna, the Most High not gonna kill all flesh again, like he did in the days of Noah. He promised to Noah he would not do that. But again, that's the solution, man. Everybody in America is gonna be fucking killed, man. They're gonna die here by fire, and the Most High gonna take the elect and start over with them.
You to show. So if you have any other skill or ability or way to stand out, good luck. There's a reason that high school boys carry a lot of chairs at church youth group. There's a reason that a guy scoring a touchdown or doing a sick guitar solo is rarely alone later in the night. He's able to invent his attractiveness. He's able to say, hey, I'm top dog in this domain. Meanwhile, apps have narrowed the domains that you can succeed in, basically attractiveness, height, and to the degree that you can signal it wealth. But here's where my issue is. We have societally made it pretty unacceptable for men to ask women out at basically all of the places where women see men frequently and where men can demonstrate any kind of flex. Like, everyone loves Jim and Pam in the millennial generation, but they actually hate office romance. And Gen Z is very much following in their footsteps. Now, there are still some environments where this is possible, but they're very much environments that you have to actively opt into. Social dancing, run clubs, volunteer work, church groups, political campaigns. And to be clear, I think these things are all good and you should opt into them, but we have to also recognize that societally we're starting to handicap ourselves by narrowing the number of places where you can socially acceptably ask someone out, because it's gotten so narrow that now only dating apps fit the bill.
And why has it gotten so narrow? Because that's what these women did, man. Really, these policies did, which built these women's ego. See, and it's getting kind of corny now here in these streets. All you see on the Clock app and this, that is matriarchy, supporters and goddamn women should rule the world, right? Women, this and that. All you really see is misandry. Misandry at high levels, man. That's really all you see is misandry at high levels. It's starting to get fucking corny, man. Niggas is tired of seeing that shit, man. These fucking women are getting ready to get checked, man. Isaiah 32, right? These women are, even though that's talking about the Israelite woman, we know judgment is coming on the whole world, man. All these niggas, man. These fucking women, these niggas that are simps, weak ass worm. You got niggas on the Clock app whose whole page is dedicated basically around, holding, quote unquote, holding men accountable. Nigga, you're a weak ass worm. And you're an abomination to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Look at that precept, right? You're an abomination to the Lord. Because how the fuck you holding men accountable, but you're not holding women accountable? Like I said, they don't do nothing wrong. The scriptures say through the woman, we all die. She's the reason sin came in the world. So how you holding the man accountable every fucking video, right? But not the woman. You're supposed to be a perfect balance, right? Proverbs 11:1, a false balance is abomination to Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight. Now, what's the precept? Leviticus 19. A just weight. We're supposed to be a just weight in judgments. So if you're going to judge somebody, if you're out here holding niggas accountable, why aren't you being a just weight? Why are you only holding one side accountable? The men. Why not the women too? So these niggas is a fucking weak. They're worms. And they're a false balance, man. You see what I'm saying? But, it's just, the wormly shit that these people do, man. But they're getting ready to get checked. All right, as I was saying, these women are getting ready to get checked, man. These weak ass niggas too. And really, all these goddamn niggas, man. All these proud niggas. But I just, say that to say that you see a lot of misandry out in these streets, which again is at a high level, man. And these women are and it's so crazy how they always talk about, how men are this and this and that, and the only reason they have power is because of men, right? Specifically the Rothschilds, man. The Rothschilds gave these women all the power they have, men, right? And you had another, I should have downloaded it, but I didn't want to do a video on it because they'd probably take my video down just for goddamn putting this shit in there, man. So let's watch this video, right? These niggas, they fucking, they'll probably take my video down just for putting his video, reacting to his video, man. He was talking about how you women talking shit about men so terribly, but they're the reason you have the power to talk shit, which is fucking true. These different men that own these different social media platforms, they keep your hateful videos up, even though they say they don't promote hate, but they take other brothers' videos down, man. You see? So what are these women talking about, man? The reason they live so goddamn comfortable in their little mini mansions because they sell their ass on OnlyFans is because of men. These women's lives are built around men. All they do is sell their ass, man. That's all you see on Instagram, man. OnlyFans links. That's the new wave now, man. Only fucking fans, man. I wonder who put them up there, man. Who funds their whole lifestyle? Men. So, like, what are you talking about? Who built the house to live in? The pipelines? Let's get that, right? Men build the world. You fucking bitch. Men build the world. And the scriptures support that. Ecclesiasticus, chapter 38. Right? Should be around verse 27. And it reads, so every carpenter, which you know what that is, right? And workmaster that laboreth night and day, and they that cut and grave seals and are diligent, consistent to make great variety, and give themselves to counterfeit imagery, and to watch to finish a work, The smith also sitteth by the anvil, and considering the ironwork, the vapor of the fire wasteth his flesh. And he fighteth his, not her, his, right? And he fighteth with the heat of the furnace. The noise of the hammer and the anvil is ever in his ears, and his eyes look still upon the pattern of the thing that he maketh. He setteth his mind to finish his work, his work, and watcheth to polish it perfectly. So doeth the potter, sitting at his work, and turneth the wheel about with his feet, who is always carefully set at his work, and maketh all his work by number. Notice the his, he, right? So these are different jobs that are being mentioned, right? Verse 30, he fashioneth the clay with his arm, and bowed down his strength before his feet. He applied himself to lead it over, and he is diligent to make clean the furnace. All these trust to their hands, and everyone is wise in his work. Without these, here's the point, without these cannot a city be inhabited, and they shall not dwell where they will, nor go up and down. You see? So there are jobs. A city won't be able to function without that job, right? And it is clearly men doing these jobs, man. They shall not be sought for in public council, nor sit high in the congregation. They shall not sit on the judge's seat, nor understand the sentence of judgment. They cannot declare justice and judgment, and they shall not be found where parables are spoken. But they will maintain the state of the world, and all their desire is in the work of their craft. Construction workers, right? All men. They maintain the state of the world. Without that, the world can't run. People that run oil rigs, climb skyscrapers, right? All men. You can't maintain a world like that. You chopping, even if something as simple as chopping wood, right? Again, these things are dominated by men. Women have the freedom to apply for those jobs, but they don't, because they know they don't want to do that shit, because you're not equal and you can't do it anyway. A woman can't even chop a block of wood. I saw a video. Yeah, this goddamn woman trying to chop a block of wood, man. But that actually takes a lot of power too. So women, and you have these proud, ignorant ass women. I can't wait till the pride of this land falls, man. The fear of the Lord is to hate pride, man. All right, if you don't hate these American women, you don't fear the Lord, nigga, because they're all proud. You're supposed to hate pride, nigga. Right? So I see a video of this proud ass woman, man, talking about we women need to get together and go on another island and just start over. You will die quickly, man. Quickly, because you can't do shit. You can't do the necessary jobs to keep a society functioning, man. All right? You ain't strong. You're not built for those type of jobs, man. You have no might, no strength, no agility. You ain't built to do those jobs, man. If women took those jobs over, society would collapse, man. You'd be begging for a man, but they're so proud. They probably would. Man, I can't wait, man. The Most High is notorious for casting down the proud, man. He's notorious for he has a reputation, man. Nebuchadnezzar, you know? Look into Nebuchadnezzar, man. What the Most High did to that nigga, man. You see? Antiochus Epiphanes, man. You see? Most High cast down the proud, man. And I fucking can't wait to see these motherfucking women, man. Their pride get crushed, man. It's gonna be fucking amazing to see. I only hope I'm alive to see it, man. So men keep this world, this society running, but you here talking shit. Like I said, they're not the reason you're comfortable. They're not the reason you don't have rights. You see that? And that's what that dude in that video was saying, man. That's what he was right. He was like, if all of us men got together and decided to shut you the fuck up, we could do that, and who would stop us? True. And he had a worm ass nigga doing a reaction to that video, right? Saying all the bull. Look, man, let's just play the video, man. Play the video.
How old are you, brother?
58.
Have you ever been married?
Yes.
Are you married now, currently?
No.
How long was your marriage, brother?
34 years.
34 years with a woman?
Yeah.
Why'd you cut it off?
Man,
34 years. So, you got pussy ass niggas think they got some woman. You don't have no woman, nigga. She's just a rental slut. That's what she is. This man was married to a woman for 34 years, man. This shows you nothing. It don't matter how long you've been with the bitch. Niggas start letting time get in their head, man. You goddamn been with her for 8 years. Oh, this is my girl. First off, somebody plowed her already. Multiple people, by the way. So she was never your woman. You're renting another man's wife. And again, I get it. We all need mercy. That's every fucking woman. Secondly, nigga, Just being with her for a long time doesn't promise you nothing, man. 34 years he's with her, man. 34 years. And they divorced. And most likely it was her that divorced her, man. Him, man. If I'm not mistaken. All right? Because there are statistics, which I don't look at the shit like that. But I've heard, other people who probably weren't lying. Women initiate divorce 70% more than men do. Right? So these women, when you look at this world today, it shows you why what the Most High established from the beginning, these women are not supposed to have power or rights, because when they get it, hell, confusion, and wickedness springs forth, and death springs forth. That's what happens when women have any type of liberation, liberty to do as they please. Hell, confusion, whoredom, and wickedness springs forth, and death. This is what happens. So this shows you why they weren't given no power, man. They're not supposed to have power, man. They're not supposed to have liberty, freedom. They're supposed to be under authority, either from their father or their man, their whole life. They're supposed to be a servant. You see that? This is what happens when women have power. Fucking confusion and divorce all around. Malachi chapter 2. All right? Let me see. Malachi chapter 2. What verse was it, man? Let me try to look for it. Yep. Verse 16. For Yahweh, the God of Israel, saith that he hateth putting away. What is putting away? Divorce, man. Okay? For one covereth violence with his garment, saith Yahweh of hosts. Therefore take heed to your spirit, that ye deal not treacherously. So Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, hates divorce, putting away. You see that? And the Most High hates it so much. If a man, if he died, well, really, it's not a good, it's not good to compare it to this, because, it has specific procedures. But if a man died with no son, his blood brother had to go into his wife to raise up to his brother a son. Now, again, it has its own context. The point being made that shows you how important DNA is to the Most High. These women have multiple different DNA in them, man. Right? It's fucking disgusting. The Most High hates divorce. That's why there are laws that protect women. Right? And they talk about the Most High as anti-woman. If a woman gets raped, the rapist has to marry her, man. He can never put her away, never divorce her, because the Most High hates divorce. Now, a nigga, an ignorant monkey ass pineapple headed nigga, will say, "Oh, that's evil," in that nature. That law protects the woman, man, right? Because no one else is gonna marry that chick after that. See that? So again, divorce. That's why the Most High specifically states divorce is forbidden. You can never do it, man. You cannot divorce nobody, man. If a woman decides to leave her husband, she cannot deal with another man. And if she does, the Most High gonna end up killing that man, man. That she ended up dealing with, man. Right? They're both in the fault. She's a married woman. You're not supposed to deal with a divorced woman. You see? And if all men were keeping that law, these women would not be able to do their wickedness, man. So I guess you could say it really does start with the man. Think about it, man. If all men were keeping the laws, statutes, commands of the Most High, all these fucking women that are divorced or that have exes, they would not be able to get with nobody else, man. So they would be forced to go back to their man, which they are bound to him, man. They're bound to him. You see that? Which, again, the Most High put that law there for a reason. It's disgusting when a woman whose body is designed like a sponge is laying with all these different men. That's hazardous. That's bad for her mental health, too. You see that? Sperm goes to her brain, man. Right? So you can have all the different DNA in your brain. Man, this is crazy. But this is what happens when there's no knowledge of the Most High in the land. Perverseness, disease, and death, and confusion springs forth. All through women having power to do whatever the fuck they want. This is what happens. You see? So again, even if a woman does decide to separate from her husband, she can't deal with nobody else, which will only force her to go right back to him, man. Because she's bound to him. She's arrested to him. She's bound. You know what the fuck that means? This woman is bound to that man. You know what that means? She's bound to him. Chain. It's like an invisible chain. She can't go nowhere. That's because she's property. Romans 7:1. Paul speaking. Know ye not, brethren, For I speak to them that know the law, how that the law hath dominion over a man as long as he liveth. See that? Verse 2. For the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law to her husband. Now, why is Paul referencing the law that you stupid niggas are saying was done away with? That don't make sense, right? For the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law. Right, because you go back to the law of Moses, she can't deal with nobody else. Unless she go back to her man, which she's bound to her husband. So long as he liveth. If that man, if her ex is still alive, she's bound to him, man. If you deal with her, nigga, you're an adulterer, worthy of death. But if the husband be dead, if he dies, she is loosed from the law of her husband. She's loosed. That invisible chain is set free. You see that? Bound. Tied. See that? She's tied to him. Can't go nowhere. She's under arrest, man. Because she's property. She doesn't have no rights. Nah, the Lord, man. So again, so this woman is bound to this man. And she's just gonna go get with somebody else and be a fucking adulterer. And the man she get was also an adulterer. And this is why this place has to go, man. No? 34 years.
They're
Unbelievable.
killing me. We kind of grew apart towards the end, yeah.
You spent 3 decades with her, man.
Come on, man. We killed me.
Come on, dude. You don't just grow apart from 10 years 3 times.
You're killing me. Yeah, it's hurt me.
You still feel it in your chest today.
Yes, I do.
You feel like you always carry a piece of your ex-wife with you.
Absolutely.
And guess what, nigga? You still do. Because that's still your woman, man. She's literally out there. Probably most likely she's a fucking woman, so you know she's committing adultery, right? Committing adultery with another man. She's still your woman. She's bound to him, right? Now, it's probably a goddamn Edomite. I don't know, right? But that's just the truth.
Think you could ever love another
Because we know the law, statutes, commandments are only established for Israel, you know, but you get the point, man.
woman how you loved her?
That's a great question. Maybe someday.
How do you heal from the end of a 34-year-old marriage, bro?
It takes time. I think I can find what I'm looking for again.
So at this stage, what ideally do you seek out of life? Is it love? Is it partnership? Is it more success?
Companionship. To share the fruits of my labor.
Somebody who you could just create more memories with?
Yes.
At what point did you start to view love life and relationships like that?
I always have. It's just sad that we didn't.
Said companionship. Good luck, nigga. Companionship. Good luck, nigga. This is a whoredom, you know, slut society. So bad to where people applaud women for being sluts. You know, it's so crazy. Something else I noticed too, how real the scriptures are. The Most High, was that Isaiah 26:19, right? Everything in the world has been turned upside down, right? Let me get Isaiah 19, which is talking about America, right? Babylon the Great, which is spiritually Egypt. Isaiah 19:14. It reads, Yahweh hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, in the midst of America, right? And they have caused Egypt, right, with America, which is spiritual Egypt, to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggering his vomit, right? America errs in every work, everything they do, off, it's sin, it's disgusting, it's perverted, right? But the Most High mingled a perverted spirit, right? Awkward, illogical, right? And you know what perversion is, a distortion, right, turned away from what is right or good, corrupt, see? So the Most High has mingled in the midst of America a perverted spirit. Everything in America is perverted, man, right? And when you just pay attention, you see it. You see how everything in America is perverted. It's turned away from that which is right or good. What's good in the eyes of the Most High is that a woman is bound to her husband. She can never, ever deal with another man. If she separates from him, can't deal with nobody. If she may get the burn, she has to go back to her man. She's bound to him, tied to him. That's good in the eyes of the Lord. No whoredom. Multiple seeds in this woman. But no, America, she can do whatever the fuck she wants. And then she could divorce you, which is already not good in the eyes of the Lord. Hates divorce. She can divorce you and then take half your shit. Right? But when you really pay attention, to America, Babylon the Great, what you see American customs all around the world, everything is perverted, man. It's distorted from its original course. It's backwards, right? Because, as I said, this is a land of whoredom. These women will record another woman shaking her ass, right? Basically, they'll applaud a woman being a whore, which is a bad thing. But then if a man wants to talk to multiple women, they'll down shame him, which is normal, which is a good thing in the eyes of the Lord, right? So everything is distorted, man. These niggas will applaud two fucking frag grenades, two rainbow mid climbing a goddamn street light, making out. They'll applaud that, because I literally saw the video. But when a man talks to someone on the street, they'll down talk him, which goes back to our video that we played earlier with the woman talking about, with the woman explaining, you know, how the modern day world made it hard for men to obtain women, man, which is why they stopped talking to them. And nigga, it's a fucking waste of time talking to them, man. Stop, don't waste your time, man. You see? But everything is distorted from its original course. What's good is bad, man. Right? Isaiah the 5th chapter. Right? Isaiah 5. Right? Verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good. Hot girl summer, shake that ass, bitch. Right? Oh, I got 8 niggas in the chamber. That's evil. But these bitches say, these people, not even these bitches, these people in the world say it's good. Right? And again, everything is backwards. I've heard multiple women say that, and all her female friends would applaud her. Right? But when a man wants to have 8 women, it's looked down upon. So if you can't see the pervertedness in this place, nigga, your ass need to fall on a sword, man. Woe unto them that call evil good, and good evil, that put darkness for light, and light for darkness. Darkness here is light, okay? And light here is darkness, that put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter, man. See, that was verse 21 saying. Woe, well, that's getting something else, but you get the point. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. See that? Point is in verse 20, though. See that? That's what the world does, man. That's what the world does. Let's get Nahum. Chapter 3, which Nahum prophesied against Nineveh, which America is spiritually Nineveh as well. Nahum chapter 3 and verse 5. Behold, I am against you, saith Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover your skirts upon thy face. That reminds me of Isaiah 47, right? Verse 2, with the daughter of Babylon. And I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. So the Most High is going to expose America, Babylon the Great, right? For all the wickedness that goes on in this land. Epstein Island is a perfect example, right? And here's the point. And I will cast abominable filth upon you, and make you vile, and will set you as a gazing stock. Filth, when you go into the Hebrew, it's talking about, you know, basically iniquity, idols, abominable filth. Right? All the wickedness that goes on in this land. Rainbowism, goddamn PDFism, unclean food, especially unclean foods. Oh my God, people, they glorify that shit. Just go on the Instagram, man. These niggas with the blue checks recording their goddamn lobster tails. This abominable filth, man. These fucking monkey ass niggas shooting off their goddamn fireworks. Idolatry, man. Right? Filth, man. The Lord cast. I'm just going to that Hebrew. Abominable filth in the midst of Babylon the Great. See that? All the wickedness here, man. Shikoots. Detestable things. See? Like swine and homosexuality, right? Or idol. America's full of idolatry, man. Abominable thing. Women wearing man's clothes and man's wearing woman's clothes. That's abomination. Right? And you see that a lot too. These goddamn dykes. These fucking, man, tired of it, man. Right? Fucking, I saw a video. You had this dude flat out wearing a skirt. And then Esau Edom make these fucking puppets that he has, these NBA stars, make them wear fucking dresses too. That's an abomination. Deuteronomy 22. See? So again, abominable filth has been cast in America, man.
Finish what we started.
If you could go back and change anything,
Yes, I would.
what would it be?
Better communication. Just feel each other's love language. Understand what each other's needs are and comply to that.
And this is how you know she had to fucking initiate the divorce. If he feels like this, why would he divorce her? So he didn't initiate I promise you it was that fucking woman, man. Because that's what these women do. These women man, they can't be righteous, nigga. What's that, Ecclesiastes chapter 7? They can't be righteous, nigga. You know? The scriptures say a woman with liberty is going to destroy herself, man. You know? And, nigga, you see it today. So, a lot of the world's problems, the root is Esau, Edom. But, you know, these goddamn women having liberation, you know, when it comes to the dating world, is why it's so fucked up. But then again, let the most two perish and let my great be kept. The Most High, the earth is corrupt, man. The same way it was in the days of Noah. Full of corruption, man. Wickedness. Hey, corruption. Right? I just gave you examples on how today is corrupt, man. It's corrupt. Everything backwards now. Woman can have 8 niggas in the chamber. As I heard this one chick say, I'm just quoting what she said. Right? You had the same dude. It's actually the same dude too. That's funny. It was the same dude. He was talking to these 2 black chicks in these cowgirl outfits. And she was shaking her ass on the camera, and he asked her, do you think that a man want to marry you one day if he saw a video of you shaking her ass? And she said, I don't give a fuck. Right? I got 8 niggas in the chamber. Nobody said anything. Everybody applauded her, man. But when a man wants to have multiple wives, that's a fucking problem, man. It's a problem. So everything is corrupt. It's backwards. Upside down. Right? That's what it is here, man. And the crazy part, woman having multiple partners is disgusting in the eyes of the Lord. That's iniquity. But a man, right, having multiple wives, there's nothing wrong with that in the eyes of the Most High. But here there is, man. So everything is corrupt, man. Then you had the chick that she was with talking about, she's multiple men's wives. And she pulled up multiple rings. So everything is corrupt here. So fuck you people, man. You goddamn American people. This nasty ass society. But yeah, man, so again, like we read in Genesis 6, as in the days of Noah, it was corrupt as well. And today it's fairly, it's safe to say it's worse, the corruption today, man. You know what I'm saying? The corruption today. I goddamn seen this other YouTube short. You had this woman, you know how they do TikTok dances. She was doing TikTok dances with some little Edomite boy, man. Right? Probably maybe 7, 8 years old. This motherfucker had a dress on, man. So again, this Babylon the Great, all right, the same way it was in the days of Noah. This place is corrupt, man. Corrupt. You see? It's fucking corrupt. So the Most High is getting ready to do the same thing he did in the days of Noah. As in the days of Noah, so started coming the Son of Man be, right? But instead of a flood of waters, it'll be a flood of fire, man. Those laser beams from the chariots and those fucking nuclear missiles, man, to flood America and purge out everyone. He's gonna destroy the multitude, everyone, man. 2nd Ezra 9:22. And he's gonna start over with his remnant, which is the elect, man. Which Noah was the remnant in his time period, man. Noah was the remnant in his time. You see that? 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 5. And spared, the Most High, right? Spared not the old world. See that? The old age of time. World here should be ion. Age, period of time. Noah's time. He spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. You see that? So again, it's Most High spared not the old world, man. This world is going to be the same thing. Lord not going to, Isaiah 13:11, I will punish the world for their iniquity and their pride. So it's going to be the same thing, but with a flood of fire, man. The Most High going to destroy everybody in America and essentially in 48 land and start over with his remnant, the elect, and set a whole new vibration on the earth, man. And purge the fuck out the wickedness and the confusion of this place, man. All right, this shit is crazy, man. Ecclesiastes chapter 40, man. Verse 9. Death, right, and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, right, famine, tribulation, and the scourge, the whip. All these things, these things are created, why? For the wicked. See that? And for their sakes came the flood. In the days of Noah. For the wicked sakes, man. The flood came, man. Death, calamity, and all this, as in the days of Noah, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. The same process, man, over and over. Don't forget, man. Genesis 18, right? The Most High said, no, Abraham said to the Most High, if there's 10 righteous people in the city, are you gonna destroy the whole city? The Most High said he won't, man. So again, are we not in the great city? Revelation 17, Babylon the Great. Who represent the 10 people today? The 10%. That's Isaiah 6 and 13, the 10%, which are the elect, man. Most High not gonna destroy the elect in America. He gonna deliver them. Yeah, he gonna deliver them, man. But everybody else, they're gonna fucking die here, man. Everybody that's joined to this punk ass system, right? So again, man, for their sakes came the flood, man. All right, and Yahweh Shah's coming with a flood of fires. See that? So it's the same thing over and over and over, you know? There was another scripture I wanted to get. Oh yeah, Jeremiah 50. Now you should know Jeremiah 50 is about the destruction of Babylon, the destruction of America, right? There's a very interesting point here, right? Jeremiah 50 verse 40, right? Destruction of America. As God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities thereof, saith Yahweh, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell there. So nobody's ever going to live in America again, right? And so the Most High going to destroy America the same way he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Now, when the Most High destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, let's go to Genesis 18. Abraham woke up and saw the smoke of Sodom and Gomorrah going up in the sky. Genesis 19, right? Genesis 19. Remember, the Most High is going to destroy America the same way Sodom and Gomorrah. Genesis 19 and verse 27. And Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before Yahweh. And he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah and toward all the land of the plain, and beheld, and looked, right? And lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. So much smoke and fire. As the smoke of a furnace. Man, you know how much fucking smoke that is? As the smoke of a furnace? So Abraham woke up and looked towards Sodom and Gomorrah, saw the smoke like a furnace going up toward the sky, man. Right? Going up toward the sky, man. Right? Revelation 18. Let's get that. The smoke of America's burning go up forever and ever. You see that? So you can't make this shit up, man. Revelation 18. Alright? Verse 18. And cry, the other nations are going to cry, right? Because America, Babylon the Great, dominates the trade world. America is Babylon. America fits all the descriptions of what Babylon is, right? A nation who, one, dominates the trade world, right? And two, is the biggest, right? Biggest importer on the earth, making all the other nations fat, pockets fat. Which is why, you know, they're going to cry. And cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city, Babylon? See that? So again, the smoke of her burning, man, they're going to go up forever and ever. The same way Sodom and Gomorrah did, man. See that? Let me get a better verse. Right? This is not a fucking game, man. Right, Revelation 18 and 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her, right? That live, talking about Babylon the Great, and lament for her when they shall, and lament for her, shall beware her and lament for her. They're going to be sad when America is destroyed. When they shall see the smoke of her burning, the same way Abraham did, man. So Abraham seeing the smoke of Sodom and Gomorrah burning, that was really a foreshadowing of how the Most High is going to fucking destroy Babylon the Great, man. The other nations are going to see, you know, the smoke of, you know, he's going to see the smoke of Babylon's burning, man. America's burning, man. Going up all the way in the sky like a fucking, oh, it's going to be terrible, man. There's going to be so much smoke. Scripture say, the day of the Lord, the day of dark thickness, thick darkness. That's talking about the smoke. You know? You get Jeremiah 51. It's the same thing as Jeremiah 50. Verse 9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Right. Forsake her and let us go everyone to his own country. Right. You got people that live in America going back to their own countries and nations. for her judgment, the same her, Revelation 18, Babylon the Great, America, man. For her judgment, which is what? Thermonuclear fire, right? Reacheth unto heaven. How is her America's judgment going to reach into heaven? That smoke, and is lifted up even to the skies. See, so that's what this place needs. That's the healing ointment for this place, man, and that's what's coming. That's the solution, man, to all the world's problems, and mainly that's what this video is about. Dating world. That's the solution to the issues in the dating world, man. Why men and women men and women can't even stay together. Look, these people, these two individuals, this man and the woman and his woman were married for 34 years. People don't even hit 10 years, man. They niggas always break up. You see it all the time. See? So that is the solution to the dating world, the issues in the dating world, man. Why men don't talk to women no more. Why men and women hate each other. Why, there's enmity between the genders. Gender wars. So Jacob Trouble gonna shut all that shit out before the missiles any goddamn way. Cause these women gonna be begging for a man once they see that they not gonna be able to survive on their own because they're puny little women. See, Jacob Trouble gonna snap them back into reality. I'm just a woman. I can't defend myself. I'm not equal to a man. Without a man, I'm literally prey, right? When the law drops and all hell hits the fans and all hell breaks loose, man, and the fans really start speeding up with judgment. And the lights go out, and there's no more law, no more authority, no more cops to call. That's coming to this land, man. A complete, lawless, fucking land full of anarchy, man. When that comes, that will, start ushering in realities for the I'm not strong. I'm not equal to a man. I actually need a man. I can't survive on my own. When there's no food, niggas breaking into people's houses. These women are by themselves because they believe they was proud. Oh, man, the Lord's gonna fucking do a work, man. So we gotta be close to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. See? So Jacob Trouble gonna close out the pride. He's gonna stomp out the pride before the missiles do. Or we really need the missiles, man. That's the final cleaning agent. You know how you put the pine saw on the floor and then you mop? The pine saw was like the preview. That's Jacob Trouble right there. That's gonna be deep. But then you get the mop and you finally finish the cleaning, man. The missiles are the mop. See that? So that's the solution to the problems in the dating world, man. All the issues in dating. Why men and women can't even stay together, man. Why these fucking women are sluts. Ain't no man telling me what to wear. Got there and saw another video. You had this woman talking about, basically, the pastor says the vows. And then she was like, the pastor said in all obedience. She was like, I can't say that. Right? So, again, that's the solution to all the problems in the dating world, man. Everybody, you niggas need to die, man. And whoever's not with the program, they gonna die too. We're just gonna kill you, nigga. And set up a whole new frequency in the earth. That's what the Most High is going to do, man. Kill everybody off, start over with his remnant, his elect, his 10th. All right? His oak, like in Isaiah 6. His grape. See that? His plant. The elect of the nation of Israel, the remnant of Israel, man. All right? All the other nations that are left for from destruction, we're going to put their ass in slavery. They're going to build up our walls. First off, the first job they're going to have is cleaning up all the dead bodies from the nuclear destruction. Right, specifically in the Israel land. That's Ezekiel 39. Then after they clean up all the dead bodies out of our land, they're gonna build up our walls the same way we built up their fucking kingdom. We built up Babylon. We built up Assyria. We built up, well, not Assyria necessarily, but we built up Egypt. We built up Persia. All these different kingdoms, man. We served and built brick upon brick. We built up America. So now they're gonna build our walls, man. Right? And then we're gonna force them to serve the Most High, man. Whoever's left of the nations, man. We're going to force them to convert to our way. If it's not our way, nigga, your ass going to be put to death. All praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Lord be edified. Lord will see the next one. All right? Only if the Lord will. And if that was here, strong, shalom and shalom.